guys, this is ROH and this is my first ever review of an ROH show, and this is Manhattan Mayhem. Right, before I even start, I gotta make you guys aware, this is the first ROH show I've ever watched. So, if you think I'm talking crap, if you think my review's totally wrong, if you think I've missed something, then by all means, leave me a comment, let me know, point out what I missed, anything like that. Love to hear your thoughts. The first match was supposed to be a 3-team tag, but one of the teams got jumped before the match, so it ended up being 2 teams. And it was Izzy and Deranged versus Dixie and Azriel. Yeah, I'd never seen any of these guys before, so it was alright. It was quite a nice little tag match. Sort of 2.5, maybe 3 stars. It was a good little tag match. It wasn't wow, but it was good. Nigel McGuinness versus Colt Cabana. Now, I can understand why someone might put this lower, but I just thought this was pure entertainment. It was so fun to watch. It had me smiling and giggling, and it really, really brought you into the whole storytelling of the match. Very, very, very fun to watch. I'd give it 3 stars. I could even go to 3.5 just for the entertainment factor, because I just thought it was so much fun. The match after that was James Gibson, who kind of reminds me of Jamie Noble, but I don't really know why. Sorry. Versus Black Tiger Mask. I gave this 3 stars. Probably could be 3.5. It was a good match. But I really, really enjoyed the storytelling in the previous match, and there wasn't as much of that in this one. Though they did give you some quite nice background, but even so, I was a bit. It was good. The match after that was Jack Evans, who is mini Eminem, very cute, bless him, and Roderick Strong versus BJ Whitmer and Jimmy Jacobs for the tag title. I really enjoyed this. I love tag wrestling anyway. For me, this was 3.75 for level. It was going on to great. It was really enjoyable. It was good tag team wrestling. Lots of backwards and forwards. Lots of really nice moves. Jack Evans, bless him, is really good. I really like high flyers anyway, and that boy was just like, what? He's just trying to keep track of him. It was good. I liked that. And then we had Jay Lethal versus Jay. And of course, Jay was coming down and I was going, Joe, because I like Joe. Slightly biased here. I just think it's brilliant. It was a really good match. I can see why they don't have the pure title now, but I actually really like the concepts of it. They said, like, the gist of it is you can only use the ropes to break a hold 3 times. And if you use a closed fist punch, then you get a warning. And after you've had your warning, they take away one of your abilities to break a hold using the ropes, which I kind of like. And they've actually put a time limit on how long you can be outside of the ring. So the gist is keeping it in the ring, and there's only so much you can use the ropes to get away, which I actually quite like. I think that's quite a nice way of doing it. I thought this was a really good match. This was sort of 4.2 stars, 4.25 stars, to 4.25. Yeah, I could see why people could go slightly higher than that. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I really like Joe anyway. And Lethal actually surprised me in this because, to be honest, I've only really seen him doing the Black Machismo thing on TNA, and he actually looked good in a ring with Joe, which really surprised me. I was like thinking, before I was looking at the TV, I was just thinking Jay Lethal versus Joe, he's going to kill him. But it was actually surprisingly good. There was a lot of backwards and forwards. Jimmy Ray versus CM Punk in a dog collar match. I'm not a fan of dog collar matches. I have to admit this. And CM Punk got busted open really early. So he spent like most of it with just like a red mask over his face. There was a lot of outside interference as well in this. I kind of think that was what you were expecting from like the information they were giving you, that if you'd watched the previous ones, you'd probably have expected all the outside interference. But I was just a bit sort of like, I kind of just want to watch the match really. So I wasn't keen on that. Punk did a brilliant little promo afterwards, mind you. That was really good. But I kind of felt that this whole match was sort of like the pre-match for the big match, because all the way through the match they were going on about how they were going to do a steel cage match in Punk's hometown in a week. So it kind of felt a bit sort of played down. I gave it 3 stars. I don't like dog collar matches. I didn't like the interference, and they played the match down a lot during the match, which I didn't like. I could see this being put as 3.5, maybe even 4 stars if you were really into all the interference and you actually like dog collar matches, but I don't. Alex Shelley versus Austin Aries for the title. I must admit, Alex Shelley is the part of the Machine Guns I'm less keen on. I think Sabin is just wow. But this was actually a really good match. They actually did a fair amount of storytelling in this. They gave you the backstory quite well. I really like the storylines. I really like the whole storytelling in the ring and all that sort of thing. And they did that quite well. They kind of had like them slapping each other and spitting on each other and blowing snot on each other and stuff like that. It was just sort of like, we hate each other sort of match. And to be fair, Alex Shelley did take one hell of a kicking. Bless him. It was a really, really good match. I would even go as far as great. Yeah, sort of 3 3/4 to 4 star for me. I don't know, though. I think there was, I don't know whether there was just something missing that didn't take it over the 4 star for me. There was just something not quite there. I did like it. I would say it's a great match, but I don't know. I think there was just a little bit of something that wasn't quite there. But I really liked it. And the last match was an impromptu. Low-Key and Homicide versus Lethal and Joe, who previously had kicked the crap out of each other, but hugged each other in the end because they're actually friends. And Low-Key and Homicide come out and lynch them after their match. So Homicide and Low-Key had come out to lynch Austin Aries after he'd won. And so Lethal and Joe came out to get their revenge and ended up in a tag match. Oh God, I'm nearly out of time. Good match, 3 stars. I'm out of time, so unfortunately that's your lot. Let me know what you thought. And yeah, Manhattan Mayhem, definitely worth the buy.